Welcome back. You can see 6 hours 15 minutes to go on this deadline day. Chief correspondent Cavi Solokol has rejoined me. Cavi, you've got a little update for us.
Yeah, update from Chelsea. Chelsea have walked away from a potential deal to sign the AC Milan goalkeeper Maignan. Now, the backstory to this is that Chelsea were offered the chance to sign Maignan. Now, they weren't planning on signing a goalkeeper during this window because they're happy with the goalkeepers that they have. But when they were offered the chance to sign somebody who plays for AC Milan and is also the France #1 goalkeeper, it's something that you have a look at. And that is what Chelsea did. They had a look at it, they had some internal discussions, and they decided that they were potentially interested in signing Maignan, but their valuation was between 10 and 15 million euros. And that is what they'd been led to believe would be the price. Once it became apparent that Milan were holding out for something like 25, 30 million euros for the player, then there was no prospect of Chelsea completing a deal for him. Now, I have to stress, our information is that Chelsea never made an official bid for the player. So it's not a case of they don't like their goalkeepers, they decided that they need an upgrade, they went and targeted Maignan, they made multiple bids for the player. That is not the information we have. The information we have is that they were offered the player, they had a look at him, they stuck to their guns when it came to the valuation. When it's become clear that they're not going to be able to do a deal with Milan because Milan are asking for too much, then Chelsea said thanks but no thanks. My understanding also today is that Chelsea are unlikely to sign a goalkeeper this summer. They're happy with the goalkeepers they have. And of course, Maignan will be available on a free transfer next summer. A quick update as well on their move for Jamie Gittens at Borussia Dortmund. Now this one, the situation is a bit different because his position is a position which Chelsea are recruiting in this summer. So I think there's still a chance that Jamie Gittens will join from Borussia Dortmund if Chelsea can agree a deal. I think it's unlikely now that that deal will be done today because time is running out. There's only around 6 hours of the deadline left. So Maignan, end of the road for that deal. But Jamie Gittens, even if it doesn't happen today, it may well happen later in the window. But Chelsea have other targets in this position as well. OK, and just to reiterate quickly then, Cavi, Chelsea happy with their goalkeeping situation, and who is their #1 goalkeeper? Sanchez. Look, I know a lot of Chelsea fans are maybe not, totally happy with the goalkeeping options they have. They feel they've got too many goalkeepers and there's not one who's an out-and-out world-class #1. But Chelsea, I think, signed 2 goalkeepers last summer. They're not going to keep signing goalkeepers every window. They have faith in Robert Sanchez. I know he made a couple of high-profile errors last season, but towards the end of the season, he was in fantastic form and he really helped them qualify for the Champions League. So they've got faith in him. They've got Jorgensen as well. They've got the goalkeeper at Strasbourg, their sister club, who's the Strasbourg player of the season. They've got Mike Penders, young Belgian goalkeeper. So they do have lots of options.
To Chelsea then, James Savundra is outside Stamford Bridge for us. James, Chelsea have been trying to get deals over the line for AC Milan goalkeeper Maignan and Borussia Dortmund winger Jamie Gittens. Are they any closer ahead of the deadline tonight?
Hi there, Bello. Good morning. Chelsea with plenty of work to do, you feel, to get these 2 signings over the line before 7 o'clock this evening. Let's start with Jamie Gittens. He's desperate to join Chelsea. We understand a verbal agreement has been reached when it comes to personal terms, but Borussia Dortmund looking for between 42 and 50 million pounds to sell him in this transfer window. Chelsea below that right now. It feels like there's a gap in where the 2 sides are when it comes to valuation. Chelsea want to sign him ideally by this deadline this evening at 7 o'clock because they are really lacking left-wing options heading into the Club World Cup. Jadon Sancho has gone back to Manchester United. Mykhailo Mudryk, he's currently out suspended. So there aren't many options there right now. Raheem Sterling has come back from Arsenal. It's unlikely he's going to be part of that Club World Cup squad. But with that in mind, this is a player they've been admiring for a long period of time. So if this doesn't get done by 7 o'clock this evening, then maybe it's one they explore later on in the summer. But the player is keen to join Chelsea. When it comes to Mike Maignan, a slightly different deal is I think Chelsea may be prepared to walk away if they can't get this deal done this evening. AC Milan and Chelsea in talks throughout the day yesterday. Now, Maignan, arguably one of the best goalkeepers in the world right now. He's the France #1, but he's only got 1 year left on his contract. He turns 30 later on this summer, and Chelsea aren't willing to overpay because of those two factors. We understand they want to pay a maximum of around £12.6 million to sign him in this transfer window. AC Milan previously looking for around £25 million. So there clearly is a gap between what both clubs want right now, but what Mike Maignan wants is to join Chelsea in time to be part of their team at the Club World Cup. Chelsea's first game against Los Angeles FC next week. Mike Maignan may be their goalkeeper, but there's plenty of work to be done between now and 7 o'clock for that to be the case. Both players, Gittens and Maignan, they want to join Chelsea. They want to be part of that Club World Cup squad, but time is running out for Chelsea to thrash out deals with Borussia Dortmund and AC Milan to get these deals done. Personal terms, they're not expected to be a problem, but can Chelsea find the right numbers to get these players over the line so these two new players can join Liam Delap on that plane to America early next week?
Thanks, James.
Right, we think Chelsea